A Jubilee Member of Parliament is seeking orders declaring that the scheduled October 26th elections must go on despite threats by the opposition coalition NASA. Pokot South Member of Parliament David Pkosing, in a petition in which NASA, Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka are among the 13 respondents, wants the court to declare that any acts by the opposition will not compromise the repeat poll. Citing Articles 138 and 143 of the Constitution, Pkosing wants the court to declare decisions by NASA flag bearer intended to cause election boycotts in all or some of the constituencies and 47 counties shall not interfere with the validity of the fresh presidential election.
Declaration be issued to declare that any decision, attempt, threats, actions, or omissions by the second, 6th, and 7th respondents, read that NASA, namely ODM Party, Honorable Raila Odinga, and Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, to boycott, subvert, impede, cause, or otherwise ensure that the fresh presidential election scheduled to be held on 26th of October is not conducted amounts to contempt of the orders of the Supreme Court made on 1st September 2017.
Article 138(2) of the Constitution states that if two or more candidates for president are nominated, an election shall be held in each constituency, while Article 138(4) states that a candidate shall be declared elected as president if the candidate receives more than half of all the votes cast in the election and at least 25% of the votes cast in each of more than half of the counties. The petitioner argues that NASA and its flag bearer want to use Article 138(2) and 4 to derail the planned election by forcing their supporters not to take part in the exercise. They want the court to declare that their non-participation shall not have any impact on the end result of the election. This as the High Court prepares to rule on an application by 12 Nakuru-based voters who are seeking an injunction restraining NASA leaders from interfering with the operations of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. The petitioners list the Orange Democratic Movement, Wiper, Ford Kenya, Amani National Congress, IBC and its chairman Wafula Chebukati, the registrar of political parties and the Attorney General as the respondents. Meanwhile, two voters have sought the removal of Supreme Court judges Njoki Ndung'u and Jackton Ojwang over alleged gross misconduct. In a petition filed at the Judicial Service Commission, Francis Sakwa and Zakius Okoth Oliech claimed that Justice Njoki Ndung'u violated Part 2 of the Judicial Code of Conduct and Ethics by failing to conduct herself in a manner that maintains the independence of the judiciary. On Justice Jackton Ojwang, the petitioners claim that his actions are unlawful and undermine the public trust. Further, they aver that the judge failed to disclose that he has personal relations with the president. And NASA wants the Director of Public Prosecutions, Keriako Tobiko, to prefer criminal charges against 6 top managers of Safaricom for allegedly committing offenses during 8th August 2017 general election. NASA wants the DPP to commence prosecution of the Boundary Roll, Anthony Gashanja, Shaka Kwach, Robert Mutai, Farouk Gafoor, Andrew Masila and David Chirchir. NASA says that unless investigations leading into criminal charges and prosecution is commenced within 72 hours, the party will institute private prosecution against the officers. Finally, in Malindi, a 43-year-old school teacher found guilty of incest and defilement of his 11-year-old daughter has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Livingston Hosea Andrew appeared before Malindi Chief Magistrate Julie Oseko, who handed him the sentence. He was charged with intentionally and unlawfully defiling his daughter on June 10, 2017 at Kibokoni area of Malindi sub-county. Drama, however, unfolded immediately after the magistrate passed the judgment in the packed court as the convict asked the court to read him a verse in the Bible. Lilian Otieno for Scales of Justice.